2-story condo, B&B. 4 bath, 1 me, no key, like I did a B&E. B&Me so good, so hood, so not worried about it. 250,000 new views.
Hey guys, Mark the Mentor here, back with another video. This video I want to help you guys maneuver background checks in the box truck business. All right, primarily final mile. Some companies, you know, these techniques will work for, and some they just won't. All right, so this is a question that I get asked a lot, so I said, you know what, let me just make a quick video. I'm gonna try to make this video really quick and just give you some techniques that I've used in the past that have worked for me. And like I said, it may work. It's going to work for some companies. Some companies it's not just going to work for. Like, this is not going to fly with Amazon. All right, you know, Amazon has just too much in place to like they have badges at Amazon, so it's just not going to work at Amazon. Don't try this at Amazon. This is your disclaimer. This is your warning. Don't blame me. All right, do not try this with Amazon Relay. All right, final mile, this will work for it. And the reason why is, it's just like I always say, you know, final mile is just a lane that people just, it's not a lane that people opt to do, you know, fresh off the bat. They prefer to do middle mile first. You know what I'm saying? Even though final mile pays a lot more, it's just a labor intensive job, right? So because of that, you know, in my peak, you know, even still, I hire felons. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, it is what it is. You know, if, you know, that's what I can get to do this type of work. All right, you know, it pays really well, but a lot of people don't want to do it. You carrying heavy stuff all day, every day, day in and day out. All right, so here's how I do it. First, to get any account, the person who's getting the account, whether you're running the route or you're not running the route, the person who the account is going to be under, that person gets background check. All right, me, I got a clean background. So if you're running a box truck business and you're not going to be on the truck, or you're not going to be on your trucks yourself, then you need to have somebody applying for these accounts that has a clean background. Me personally, I would suggest, if you're married, your spouse; if you're engaged, your partner; or if you're in just a long-term relationship with somebody you trust, that person. All right, that's who I would go to first. If that person doesn't work, then you go to your parents. All right, mom, dad. All right, we'll stop there. All right, so you got a background, but you got a business. You're trying to get it off the ground, but you don't have a clean background. All right, you go to your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, whatever. All right, they get the account set up in their name under your LLC or your corporation. So now you got a clean person who has the contract, right? Now you got to start hiring. You got to get a driver and you got to get a helper, right? You're running final mile. All right, they're going to background check both of those guys as well. They have to have a clean background. All right, the reason why final mile does background checks is because it's final mile. You're going into people's homes, right? So they want to know who they're sending into people's homes. They want to know what your background consists of, because they don't want that liability to be held on them. You know what I'm saying? So they want to know. All right. So you got to find two people, a driver and a helper, that got a clean background. All right. So once you find your driver and your helper that has a clean background, you start running them. You're onboarded. You're all set. You're running them. Boom. You're running them. Now, while you're running them, you're realizing that a lot of these logistics companies are scrambling for other ICs. All right. They're short independent contractors. There's always freight left on the dock because somebody didn't show up to do a route. It's just all over the place. Once you get to the point where you're in there and you're good and you understand the system, you can pull that helper off and slide another helper in. And 9 times out of 10, they won't say nothing. As long as that freight is getting off that dock, they're going to be cool. They're going to turn their head to it. How do I know? Because I'm telling you, I've been doing this for a long time. You know, it's plenty of times where logistics companies are calling like, hey, Mark, you got another truck. I got 2-3 routes that are left on the dock. 2-3 people didn't show up. This guy's truck broke down. This crew didn't show up, whatever. Can you send us another truck and another driver, another truck and another crew? And these are people that aren't even in their system. They just want to get the freight off the dock so that the client, whoever the retailer is not calling them like, man, how you got 2-3 routes that are still sitting on the dock and these people are expecting their delivery today, right? So you got to pretty much go in official off the rip up front. And then as you get in, if you see it's a logistics company and they're kind of all over the place, they're just happy just to get the freight off, then you know you can maneuver. So, but basically what you do is if you got a logistics company that's kind of just happy that if you show up every day, they're just happy that you came, then you know that's one of the logistics companies you can pull this with. So you slide that background check helper off, and then you slide somebody in who doesn't have a background. And as long as that person keeps running that route, and there's no issues, 9 times out of 10, they won't say nothing and they won't even background check them. I've done this plenty of times. You know, once a company calls me and say they need extra people, extra bodies, and the rules and the background checks and none of that comes along with me sending those extra people, that's how I know I got them. So, okay, boom. So now I got these guys over here that I need to place. I can slide them in. Then I can take my clean guy out and go start setting that guy up somewhere else, getting another account set up somewhere else. You keep your clean people to set your stuff up, your different accounts. And then when you find these logistics companies, they're just scrambling, which most of the final mile ones are. They're just happy that if you send a truck and 2 guys, they don't care if it's the 2 guys from yesterday. As long as that freight is leaving that facility, they cool. Now, you didn't hear this from me. I know it's a video and everything, but you didn't hear it from me. I may take the video down. I'm just giving you guys some sauce. I may leave it up for a week and take it down, all right? I may leave it up forever. I don't know. But this is the game, all right? This is the game, all right? You got to be able to cut some corners. You got to cut corners in this business wherever you can. Like I said, it's a low profit margin business, all right? Everybody's cutting corners in this industry. Some way, shape, form, or fashion, all right? So if you know you got a background, but you're the business owner, you know you got to pull somebody in that's going to open these accounts as the business owner that has a clean background, all right? And then you know initially to start certain accounts, you got to have clean people to get the account up and going. You learn the system. You learn the logistics company. If you see that they're all over the place, that's how you know, okay, man, I can slide this person in and pull these people out and then keep maneuvering that way. Like I said, certain companies you're not going to get away with this with. Certain companies are just sticklers. XPO is a stickler. Amazon, you're not going to get away with this. Do not try this with Amazon. Once again, do not try this with Amazon, all right? So that's the sauce. It's pretty simple. I've done it with damn near every single logistics company I've ever had an account with, except for XPO and except for XPO. That's it. Everyone else, I've been able to just put people in when I want. Once I get the account set up, I can move people, put new people in. They don't care as long as my trucks are showing up and that stuff is coming off and it's getting delivered. Because once we move it off their dock, we become liable for it. All right, so that's the sauce. It's as simple as that. You got to keep you some clean guys, and those are the guys that you're going to set these accounts up with. Learn the system, learn the ins and out. If these logistics companies are just all over the place, they can't keep people, they got freight left on the dock, they're just happy that you showed up, that's how you know you can start sliding the people in who have the backgrounds. Now, here's one thing, too. Just because they got a background, not everybody that has a background changed their life. So you got to know who you're bringing into your business that has a background that who may still be kind of on the fence. Like, you can't be having people that got a background if thieving and theft. I don't hire no thieves. If theft was on a person's background, I wouldn't hire him. All right, that was my tipping point or my tipping scale. I didn't hire thieves. All right, I had some attempts. Some other stuff like that. But thieving I didn't do. All right, and then I made sure everybody was solid. All right, I made sure people knew that, hey, this is my business. You can't, jeopardize my business, and you got to be able to read people. That's why I only worked on a referral program. Felons, they had to get referred by some. I didn't hire any felon that came off the street just to fill out an application. All right, this is all referrals from inside. Because if you referring this person and this your man, you vouching for him. If I have any issues, that it's going to be between me and you. I'm not going to say it because you brought him in. And that's how you play it. www.boxtruckcourses.com for your mentorship with me, Mark the Mentor. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the upcoming videos. And I'm out.
Como, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty, talk about, oh shit.